Hello everybody, BrioS here. For you guys today, I have a nice big chunky boy with a massively huge gun. In fact, I think this gun is a bit too oversized, but it is what it is and you play with what you get. So anyway, let me introduce you to the 90-ton clan assault battle mech, the Highlander IIC, which of course in lore is based off the Inner Sphere Highlander, and it kind of looks the same actually, except for this massively huge gun which is oversized. But anyway, to continue, the Highlander IIC is pretty rare on the battlefield, getting a bit more common because quite some time back it got a quirk pass, mainly to its jump capability, making it a much more in fact viable mech to play. But there are other variants out there that are pretty darn good. So this particular variant, the basic 2C, doesn't get much airtime. Yeah, which is a crying shame because it isn't too shabby at all. Maybe not S tier, but possibly A tier even. But it does decently and is pretty fun to play, as with all other Highlanders. So anyway, let's take a look at the build. So for this particular build, I'm running triple heavy large lasers in the left torso. Notice there is no ghost heat because there's a Laser HSL +1, allowing you to lay into the enemy with that massive alpha from the triple heavy large lasers. To boost the firepower, in the massively oversized right arm, we have an Ultra AC-20 with 3 tons of ammunition. This is, I'll talk about quirks later, this actually has a very high cooldown quirk, but with no jam chance. So you fire fast and you hope that it doesn't jam. But the good thing about this build, even if it jams, you still have the triple heavy large lasers with no ghost heat, which is a lot of firepower. And if you think this runs pretty hot, it doesn't. It has 22 double heat sinks, which is a massive amount, and it will get a heat quirk of 10%, so it does 10% less heat. It still runs hot, but it's very easy to manage. With a Clan XL325 engine, it goes at a speed of 58.5, and I do have 3 jump jets. Initially I wanted to make this a pop-tart build, but having triple heavy large lasers and jump jets honestly make a terrible pop-tart. And even though it has a lot of jump jet quirks, I personally didn't like this for pop-tart, so I played this more like a typical normal mech, corner peeking with the heavy large lasers or the Ultra AC-20. Notice the convergence is bad, or pop-tarting to do a bit of damage with the Ultra AC-20 before dropping back into cover. It also has a T-Core Mark 1, which boosts the range of the heavy large lasers and the velocity of the Ultra AC-20. And talking about convergence, like I said, convergence is not ideal. Triple heavy large lasers have a very nice grouping on the left torso, but the Ultra AC-20 is very far on the right. The Highlander IIC hitboxes basically is a giant walking CT, so you'll take massive shitloads of damage in the center torso, and the hardpoints, especially for the UX, is pretty darn low. So you play your games with this particular build knowing all these. So don't expect to, well, pop-tart with triple heavy large lasers against the enemy and not take a lot of damage, because it's not ideal. But you do get a lot of armor in the CT, as you can see, and that's from the quirks. And talking about quirks, let's look at the quirks here. As I said, the Ultra AC-20 has a lot of cooldown quirks. It benefits from a generic cooldown of 10%, which also benefits the heavy large lasers, but there is also a ballistic cooldown of 15%. So the Ultra AC-20 has a cooldown boost of -25%, allowing this to fire a lot faster. There is no jam chance quirk, like I said, so it does jam pretty often, but you still have triple heavy large lasers, which is still a lot of firepower, and everything benefits from that 10% heat reduction. So quite a lot of damage actually. In terms of survivability, it gets a massive 20 armor boost to the center torso, which it needs because it is a walking center torso, so all your damage goes to the center torso most of the time. The side torso and the arms and the limbs, all that gets 15 points of armor. In terms of jump jets, the recent quirk pass gave it a 100% initial jump thrust to the jump jets, which helps a lot, and a 15% burn time boost, allowing you to jump much faster and last a bit longer. But being an assault mech, it's not so shabby. Not too good actually. Not too shabby, but not too good either. But excellent for mobility, and you'll see that in the gameplay later. So let's go on to skills. For this particular mech with the Ultra AC-20 with a net 25% cooldown quirk, you would expect I'll get cooldowns, but I decided that I would prioritize other things rather than cooldown. So that means I get full range, full heat gen, allowing me to boost the range by 15%, reduce the heat by 8.4%, velocity of 5 skills gives me 15% boost to velocity, If you're running ballistics missiles or anything with travel time, velocity quirks are really useful, or rather velocity skills. 4 nodes of laser duration gives the heavy large lasers a reduction of 10% to the burn time, very useful. More ammunition due to 2 nodes of magazine capacity, and shorter jam chance of 15% for the UX, and they will jam, trust me. So more ammunition and shorter jam time, which is always useful. Being a giant chunky boy and you're gonna jump around and get shot, full skeletal and full armor is always recommended, giving me an 18% armor boost and a 33% structure boost. And in terms of hit points, that's a lot. It has over 220 hit points to the center torso. So yeah, not bad. You'll take a lot of damage, so it helps a bit. Nothing saves you from stupid positioning. And yeah, so anyway, moving along. 5 nodes of lift speed for additional 15% initial jump thrust. It helps. 5 nodes of heat shielding for a total of about what, 30%? So no, that's not. 60% actually reduction to the jump jet heat when you jump. So that helps a bit since I'm going to jump quite a lot. In terms of operations, I've got 1 node of hill climb because I had nothing better to do with a single node. It helps a bit in navigating terrain, but with 22 double heat sinks, I prioritize 5 nodes of cool run for 10% in boost to the heat dissipation and 15% boost to the heat capacity, allowing you to fire faster, not faster, you fire the same speed, allowing you to fire more before you are heat capped. Sensors, 2 nodes, just 1 node of radar deprivation for the audio and visual blip, 1 node of advanced zoom for boomer vision as we call it, and finally 5 nodes into auxiliary for 2 enhanced cool shots. And that's it. So that's the Highlander IIC. You'll see from the gameplay, you can do a lot of damage if you play it properly. And even though it's a walking CT, you do have a lot of hit points to help you overcome any stupid positioning or gameplay mistakes, which you'll see me do once in a while, especially in the first match. But anyway, with that being said, it's kinda effective, but really fun. But anyway, let's get down to the gameplay and I'll show you this big gun boy in action. Let's go. And for the first showcase match, it's a match on Solaris City, a map that kind of suits this build because this is honestly kind of a brawly build. But do remember, this map favors jump capable mechs, and this Highlander IIC sure can jump. So gotta use the jump jets to get to high ground, because you know Highlander, high ground, and use it to your advantage. And with the Ultra AC-20, you can shoot downwards on the enemy, and hopefully the enemies with their torso mounted weapons will have a hard time shooting upwards. But anyway, I'm going to cross the center pretty soon, so I'm going to do a bit of initial damage as I'm trying to rush to join my team because I'm a bit far to the left. True enough, that's one enemy assault. It's a Warhammer 2C. Bit of glancing damage. Then I present my left arm to shield. Gonna use the jump jets to go to higher ground. It's already a light here, so that's a problem. Gonna do Osiris, Delta 5 high. Could use some support here. He's not alone. As you can see, there's some blips here, so enemy is pushing through Delta 5. So gotta be extra careful. They tend to come up the ramp. Dropping a strike mini to deny movement in this area. Because if you look at the minimap, team is pretty split. Oh, that's a Marauder 2 up here. Jump and twist. Delta 5, we got a Marauder 2. Up high. It's a stealth Marauder 2. Probably Frabby, he does that pretty often. One thing about that mech, know your enemy. The arm mounts are pretty low. So I'm just gonna pop tart. He's stealth, can actually shoot him and see him. Oh look, this guy's oblivious to my positioning. Falling back 5 guys. Falling back a bit. As you can see, my team is chasing squirrels in Charlie 6. Lots of squirrels actually. So enemy is pushing through with fast movers. Oh, that guy stood still. Outside optimal. I'm actually playing defensively here. Hiding from the Marauder 2 on my left. Try not to fire my heavy large lasers, mainly due to heat, but also so as not to reveal my position. Kind of a tactical shutdown. Look at the minimap. Yep, team is split in 3 now. My lance is with me. On my left, got a few mechs. On my right, Delta 6, a few more. Most of my damage is outside optimal. 500 plus against this Osiris. He's a bit confused as to where I am. He can't really see me. He doesn't expect a Highlander here. All these guys just allow me to shoot them as my team rushes in. Like I said, I'm playing defensively. That means I'm trying not to fire my heavy large to expose my position, just once in a while. My left side is shielded by terrain. Oh, this Highlander, look at this guy. Free kill. Oh, poor guy. Doesn't expect me here. So that's the strength of this mech. Guys, look at the map. Actually shoot stuff, please. Okay, here I do a bit of mistakes. This is just bad game. I seem to be stuck on terrain. Even though I tried to reverse. I guess mainly my fault. This undergun for AC-10 Dire is having a field day with me. Echo 5, you have 2 cord assaults. Yeah, at this point I got a bit frustrated. 2 enemy assaults are right below me in Delta 5 as my team rushes off to Delta 6. It is 6-5 though. My UX-20 is out of ammunition, so I make a mental note I can sacrifice my right torso. I'd rather sacrifice my left arm, but they're gonna aim at my right torso anyway. I'm trying to take off that Dire's left torso. Yeah, see, he's aiming for my right torso. Finally, support comes in. Echo 5, there's a cord Dire. He lost his left torso. Call sign Nemo. Yeah, finally people are shooting him. I managed to help take off his left torso. 9-5. Team finally realizes there are 2 assaults here. So my friendly Corsair below me is engaging the Dire. There goes my torso as expected. But no big deal. My UX-20 is out of ammunition anyway. Gonna impact my heat dissipation, but game is more or less won. It's 9-5. So I guess the last 2 is a Panther here. And I don't know what else. I don't think this guy will let me get the kill. Do a bit of damage. Blow off an arm, I think. And that's it. 11-5. So as you can see, I did get stuck a bit in this spot here as the 2 assaults blasted me to smithereens. That honestly is more my mistake than anything else. But with the amount of armor on this mech, as you can see, my CT is not even cracked. So it is a bit forgiving to a certain extent. That's what the armor quirks are for, to help shitty hitboxes. But nothing will save you from bad positioning. But if I may say so, that was pretty good positioning and use of the jump jets. So anyway, let's fast forward this part. Thankfully game mode is conquest, so we can either cap it out or kill the guy. This guy just prolonging the fight. He has no weapons. He's being engaged by a light. Up. There he goes. So anyway, victory is ours. So that was a pretty clumsy fight by me. Initially good positioning, if I may say so, and then bad positioning after I got engaged by the 2 assaults. But still 1172, I KMDD half the team, but only 1 kill. 693 match score is pretty darn sweet though. So let's move on to the next match. Blame the team. Okay, let's go up left all the way, Charlie line, Charlie 3. Don't worry about caps. And with that, the call has been made to go left, and the strat on Vale is to make a strong left side push up to Charlie 3 from this deployment, take out the snipers, hold the high ground and our advantage, and just keep shooting the enemy till they die. But honestly, it's difficult because most people are adverse to going left, and honestly I got Gauss, Peeps and Evan to buy into this plan, so with 3 of us leading the charge, and on comms, this should be an interesting fight. Those going right, you can expose yourself a bit more, then we'll have really nice bait. So where the light went to Kappa on the right, and lo and behold, in Epsilon 2, a Banshee following him. So yep, there he is. So either he'll serve as bait, so the enemy team will dive him, and we have an advantage, or he'll come in to support later. So anyway, team is surprisingly actually listening to the calls. They're pushing up Charlie 3, enemy comes in by Delta 4, so time to get fighting. Go up, look for the snipers also. They should be Charlie 4. Yeah, in this thread, you don't stay to trade on the ramp too much because enemy will be in Charlie 4 thereabouts. And you gotta push them off, get the early advantage. Yep, there it is, Delta. There they are. True enough, it's a skull. Triple ERPPCs and an LB. Very deadly. But we have a numerical advantage. Look at this nice, massive friendly force here. Kill those on top first. Oh, this guy doesn't expect FC. Totally doesn't expect a push up. Grid Iron Echo is halved. Yeah, this Grid Iron just gave up. Low bounce hit the ground. No, Evan takes the kill. Damn you, Evan. He was mine. So, on the top, you can go left like most people. Or because I have jump jets, I can go right. Pop that over. But look at this Night Star here. He's just blazing in. There's a problem with many people. They have no idea about strategy. They just rush in. And I think he just gave up. No, behind cover. I KMD'd him. Keep up the momentum. Skull licks Delta. 2-1 and shoot down. Yep, good momentum, 2-1. Massive force there, defending. Clear Charlie 5. There are 3 mechs there, including assaults. So this spot is good for me, because I can pop tart a bit. Lots at Charlie 5. But I gotta get the assault on my left to actually share aggro. I can't be like trading with 4 people alone. So I'm just gonna try bait them. So the friendlies like the Awesome and the Atlas can push in.
New target acquired. Ultra ammo at 25%.
Oh, this guy's leg is caught. Could I get the leg? Yeah, I got the leg. Stalker is leg. Right torso open. If you do something like take a leg, call it out. Charlie 5. And Timo no. Oh, look at this Centurion. Trying to take my spot. Centurion, don't walk in front of me and just reverse into my face. Thank you. Yeah, it's a bad thing. People trying to take a nice trading spot when the assault mech is ready. All caught. It's ready trading. 4-1 advantage. That's because we have superior numbers and mass. Also superior positioning. This choke point favors us. 6-1 now. Well done, team. We just mop up now. Enemy is falling back. We got a few mechs if you look at the minimap. A few friendly mechs below. We are on top pushing down. Enemy is caught. This is what happens when a team listens to calls. It does pretty well. And this is a sensible strat. Decided to drop down. Try get a bit of damage. Instead of going left to get into a nice big fight, I decided to just focus on this gen. UX20 runs out of ammo again, but then, like I said, that more or less guarantees I did a lot of damage. You can actually remove a heatsink for more ammo. That'll be fine. But this triple heavy large lasers still do work. As you can see from the last match and this match, the jump jets really help in positioning. So that's one of the key strengths of this map. Using the improved jump jets from the quirks and getting into nice spots. So that's a really nice victory. It's more of a team victory. Team was listening. Thank you for the win. Team was shooting. What more can you ask for? GG indeed. So that's 1155 damage, above 1001 again. Only 1 kill and 3 KMDDs only, so that's a lot of armor shaving. 657 match score. Not too shabby, but most importantly, this was a very nice team win. Left side push on Vale, if everybody can follow, and everybody must follow, it's a very strong strat. So that's it, ladies and gents, for this video on the triple heavy large UX20 Highlander IIC. More effective than it looks, but also a bit challenging to play with the long burn time and the low mounts. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Do give Highlanders a try. There are a lot of other variants that are really good, but this one is fun. So till next time guys, have fun and I'll see you on the battlefield. Bye!